Hey guys, Eric Peterson here. I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for skillofattraction.com. And today's attraction tips video is when your girl pulls away, do this. And in this video, we're going to be discussing the main reason why your girl is pulling away from you and how the way you respond affects her attraction for you, and why handling this in a certain way is important, and how to handle this now and in the future so this doesn't happen as much down the line as the relationship goes on. But before we begin, if you find this video helpful or any of my videos helpful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, or share it with your friends and family if you think they may find it helpful. Also, you're going to want to hit the subscribe button down below, as I'm uploading videos pretty regularly now. And if you guys need my help or if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. In the description below, I'm going to put a link directly to my contact information and a link to my coaching services if you need some emergency coaching or you need some more extensive help. So, let's get on with the video. Now, this is one of the most confusing things guys go through in dating and relationships. That's when your girl suddenly pulls away for seemingly no reason at all. I mean, everything was going great, and all of a sudden she's like disappeared on you. Maybe she's not responding to text messages, or she's taking much longer to respond to text messages. Maybe she's canceling dates, or she's not available for dates at all. Or maybe she just flat out says that she needs some space. And guys are left wondering, what the hell just happened? Everything was going great. Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Maybe there's another dude in the picture, or maybe she's lost feelings. We're totally confused by this. And I remember when I would go through this when I was younger, and I would go to my female friends and ask them, what happened here? And they would say things like, well, maybe she just likes you too much, which is a total load of bullshit, by the way. But at the time, I believed it. And they would suggest, well, maybe you just really have to show her how you feel. So I would lay it on thicker. And this is what most guys do. We lay it on thicker, hoping that it will turn it around. Now, it's possible any of those scenarios could be true. But the truth is that women will always pull away from you from time to time. And a lot of times, they don't even really understand why they're doing it. They just know that they're not feeling it. Something's missing. Now, typically, the reason for this is maybe she could be going through some personal issues, or maybe she's just a bit hormonal. But most likely, what's happening here is she has just become a little bit too familiar with you. Things have become a little bit easy and a little predictable, and she's getting a little bored, and she just needs some time away to figure out how she feels about you and see if she misses you. Basically, her attraction for you has dropped a little bit. Now, you could argue that her attraction has dropped, but the fact is that when a woman's attraction for you is high, she wants to see you. She wants to talk to you. I mean, attraction trumps everything. I mean, women will blow off their friends, they'll blow off their family, if it means that this is their only chance to be close with you and be in your presence. So how do you handle this when your girl pulls away like this? Well, you do not want to chase her. I mean, for us guys, the logical response for something like this is like what I was talking about before. We lay on the love and the romance a bit thicker in order to get her attraction for us back up. I mean, we're kind of panicking a little bit. We want that attention and her affection and attraction back up. But really, the best way to handle this is to just let her go and let her re-engage with you when she is feeling ready. Even if your relationship is on the cusp of a breakup, you know, if things haven't been going that well for a while, this is still really the best way to handle it. You see, having emotional self-control and patience really demonstrates your internal strength, and women find this very attractive. You have to understand that the way women find strength in men, the way women find strength in men attractive is the same way men find beauty in women attractive. So this is how important it is. You really need to remember this. So acting weak, needy, desperate, and chasing her is really just repulsing her and pushing her away further. You see, attraction grows in space, and women sometimes they just need time away from you. Women really need to wonder about you and think about you when you're not around. They need to wonder, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, who you're with, what are you doing. And this is really causing her attraction and love for you to go back up when she's thinking these things. Studies have actually proven that women are more attracted to men when she's uncertain about his feelings for her. So letting her go or you backing away a little bit is really the only way to get her attraction for you to go back up. I mean, I understand it's totally bass backwards from what you're thinking logically, but this is really the best way to go about it. See, women intuitively know that if she pulls back a little bit and you don't chase her, that you have confidence and certainty in yourself, in her, and in the relationship. And women also need to know that they have the freedom to become emotional and pull away, and you'll still be there with open arms when she's ready to come back. Now, if you get all emotional when she pulls away, she will never be able to really trust you or feel emotionally safe around you. But on the other hand, you don't want to become her doormat either. So know what you're willing to accept and what you absolutely won't tolerate. And if you think about it, handling it in this way is actually a win-win for you, because either she's going to come back even more attracted to you, or if she has completely lost attraction, which sometimes does happen, unfortunately, but if she has completely lost attraction, you're already on your way to moving on. I mean, it'll still hurt, but it will be a lot easier this way. This will also help build that emotional muscle, so when these types of things happen in the future, it won't affect you as much. I mean, we all have this ability to exercise this emotional muscle. And when you're not used to using this emotional muscle, it hurts a lot more. But once you get used to it, it tends to, dull the pain a little bit. It's still painful, but it tends to dull it a little bit. And you have to think about it just like going to the gym and working out. You do it once or twice, you're really not going to see any results. But if you practice doing it all the time, eventually you're going to become stronger, you're going to see definition, you're going to see results. And it's the same thing with this emotional muscle, where you can exercise this emotional self-control. So how do you avoid this in the future? Well, the first thing is you don't want to allow you two to become too familiar with each other. This means doing things like over-communicating, spending every day with each other, or spending every waking hour with each other. Now, obviously, this is much tougher when you're married or living together, but both you and her really need to have a little bit of independence outside the relationship where you are both doing your own things separately. Now, as a man, you do this by focusing a little bit more on yourself and your mission and purpose in life. I mean, it's okay to be a little selfish and a little self-involved. And by having a little independence outside of the relationship, it tends to create a little space and mystery between you two. You see, most people believe that when you're a couple, you have to do everything together all the time. And when you're always together like this, it leaves you with nothing to really talk about, no stories to share, or really nothing to look forward to. And as I already mentioned, by having a little independence away from the relationship, it creates a little mystery and challenge for her, which ultimately keeps her engaged and attracted to you. But just be sure to plan time especially for her where you could be fully present for her, because otherwise she's going to start thinking that you don't care, and eventually it's going to end up pushing her away. I mean, a lot of guys think sitting on the couch watching the game with the girl next to him is spending quality time together. But more often than not, she doesn't see it like that. I mean, there are some girls that are into sports, but you understand what I mean. She wants you to be fully there where you're listening to her and you're focused on her. Because statistics show that one of the biggest reasons women leave men is because men aren't fully present with them. So it's really a delicate balance between giving her too much and not giving her enough. But you have to figure out where that balance is in your own relationship, because really everyone's different. When she does come back, you just want to be a little less available to her. Just go do your own thing for a little while and get back to her when you have a chance. And also, don't ask her out right away. Let it go for several days or a week or so. I mean, if she's missing you, she's going to start bringing it up. And then when she does, you just simply set a date. But if she doesn't bring it up, just like I said, let it go for several days or maybe a week and then ask her out. You're also going to want to cut back on your overall communication. And when I say communication, I'm not talking about face-to-face. I'm talking about, text or phone calls or chat or social media. And when you are communicating through these means, you want to every now and then just end the conversation a little early. Because it's just like show business or maybe a cliffhanger at the end of a TV show. You leave her wanting a little bit more of you. And when you do finally see her in person, don't touch her as much. Don't show her as much physical affection as you normally would. You want her to put in a little effort for you. I mean, after all, she was the one that pulled away. So you just want to resist her a little bit and let her come to you. Basically, the idea here is you want her to be a little frustrated versus you giving her too much. And as crazy as it sounds, a woman would much rather be in a position where she's a little frustrated from not being able to see you and talk to you as much as she would like to, as opposed to you being there all the time, which will drive her crazy and actually send her running. And it's really the masculine role to lead the interaction. So men, it is your job to maintain the mystery here. Now, I know this sounds like game playing, but it's really not. If you are truly busy with your own thing. I mean, if you're focusing on your passion or your mission and your purpose in life, or you're just busy with other things that are important, you're really not playing games. However, if you're sitting around watching TV, smoking bowls, ignoring her text or phone calls, then yes, that is playing games. But it's not if you are truly busy with things that are important to you. And keep in mind, all women want a man of high value. And any man of value is going to be busy with his mission and purpose in life. And you just can't drop everything just because his girl wants to talk to him or she wants to see him. And psychologically, women are attracted to this because, like, on an evolutionary scale, this is communicating to her that you have what it takes to provide for her. So chasing her, acting desperate or needy, is really just lowering your value in her eyes because she knows that she could have you whenever she wants. And plus, it shows that she is more important than the business that you must take care of in order to provide for yourself and for her. And no one appreciates things that come easy to them. I mean, think about it. If someone gave you a brand new car, you wouldn't appreciate it nearly as much as a car that you had to work your butt off for, that you had to work overtime, stay late at night, go work on the weekends. And when you finally earn enough money for that car, you're going to love it to death. I mean, you're going to keep it clean. You're going to always be polishing it. But if someone just gave you the car, you're just going to be kind of eh. And that's just human psychology. It's not just women. I mean, it's everyone. So just keep that in mind, that you should be focusing on the things that are very important to you in life. And like I said, it's your mission and your purpose, whether that be your business, your career, maybe volunteering, maybe activism. I mean, whatever the case may be, you should be focused on that first. And it sounds backwards, but she actually does not want to be your everything. That's a lot of pressure for any woman, for any person. So just keep that in mind. So that's it for this video. I really appreciate that you guys watched it all the way to the end. And I just wanted to say it's December 30th. So have a happy new year, and I'll see you next year. Bye-bye.